thinking you're gonna go have plastic surgery on a Groupon.
Exactly.
Like you,
The
ain't no
Botox
plastic
parties.
surgery on sale.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
And if it's on sale, 9 times out of 10, you're not supposed to get it from the person that's having a sale on liposuction. Don't do that.
Confessing that although I love my family, most of the time I don't like my family. Everyone in my family.
Take a breath.
Everybody. I feel like I'm angry at everybody in my family. I don't like my family. If they weren't my family, they wouldn't be my friends.
The Braxton family is going to get really messy, you know? This one was unexpected. What started as a few lighthearted remarks on her show has turned into a full-scale campaign of public shaming. According to Tamar Braxton, who just went live and dragged her own sister, Toni Braxton, Birdman left her due to a botched BBL that allegedly stinks. What do you say? Tamar had been subtly disparaging Toni for weeks, making fun of her relationship, making fun of her appearance, and subtly implying that Birdman was separating from her for private reasons. However, everything changed when Tamar brought up the BBL rumors. She made more than a suggestion about surgery. She claimed that because things went so badly, Birdman lost patience and supposedly abandoned her. Social media is currently blazing with attempts to reveal the true behind-the-scenes activities. And Toni isn't going to take it easy. According to insiders, she is enraged and prepared to retaliate. This argument between the sisters has the potential to turn into one of the messiest celebrity family feuds ever if it gets worse. Let's dissect it. Though it feels more like Braxton family blues these days, it's supposed to be Braxton family values. This season, the Braxtons promised turmoil, and they are keeping their word. Things have already been hectic, so the Kardashians may take notes. However, Tamar unleashed her bomb precisely when we believed we had seen everything. Toni received a BBL in secret. In addition, Tamar said that Birdman almost divorced her because the procedure was so terrible and supposedly smelled so foul. It's no longer startling to receive plastic surgery in Hollywood. However, Tamar's casual admission of a foul-smelling, botched BBL was what really got people talking. As usual, Toni denied it. "Who do you think I am?" she asked. "My curves are unique to me." She acknowledged having a nose job. She wanted a thinner nose. She also acknowledged having her breasts augmented. According to her interviews, she has a gymnast's figure, has always had smaller breasts and bigger thighs, and even complained about her inner thighs, suggesting that she may have thought about getting liposuction there. Toni claims that the only changes she has undergone are the nose job and breast work. However, a lot of fans don't believe it. Many individuals on the internet think she's concealing more. BBL, liposuction, the whole thing. Speculation has been stoked by comparing older and more contemporary images side by side. Toni had a smaller waist in the earlier photos. Her hips appear fuller now, which some say is evidence of lipo and BBL. At the time, she looked good. People are claiming that she now has a very different appearance. Her hips are too big and her waist too tight for some people to think that's normal. Here's the twist, though. Tamar continued to spread the rumor. She frequently affirmed it, telling others that Toni is acting like her body is natural when it isn't. Why would Tamar act in such a manner with her own sister? Due to the recent lack of harmony between Taylor and Toni. They had been at odds for some time. According to reports, Toni's team served Tamar with a cease and desist order to stop the accusations before they were even broadcast, even before Tamar recorded the program. In response, Tamar stated that it was untrue to say that the other sisters betrayed her to keep the family safe. According to her, Toni reportedly handled everything alone. As Trina and Tawanda abruptly stated, they were unaware Tamar had been served with legal documents. Fans now question why Toni is so determined to silence Tamar. Is she attempting to protect her reputation, or is she defending Birdman, a man who may be involved in all of this chaos? In any case, Tamar was driven over the edge by her response. The BBL accusations erupted as Tamar threatened to respond with even more turmoil. You would think Tamar would be finished by now. Lawsuits, gossip, and family disputes. It's enough. She escalated, though. She said Birdman contemplated divorce because of Toni's reported BBL, which was so terrible. Tamar seemed determined to publicly humiliate her sister. What actually goes on behind closed doors is the question. Remember that Toni supposedly filed for Birdman's divorce 2 days after they were wedded. She then filed a formal declaration stating that the marriage was irrevocably shattered less than a month later. Many were astonished by that, particularly considering Toni and Birdman's past. They had already separated in 2019. Following their breakup, there were allegations that Toni was attempting to get back in touch with Birdman by 2023. She allegedly appeared in his orbit and sent amorous messages until he started to reevaluate their previous relationship. At first, Birdman said he was finished. He moved on. However, Toni allegedly persisted in pressuring. The original spark appeared to reignite. After rekindling their romance and getting married on August 8, 2024, their relationship appeared stable until it wasn't. Toni abruptly filed for divorce. Because she demanded a sizable payout, roughly $160 million for less than 30 days of marriage, many conjectured that she was after his money. The internet went crazy. Toni was accused of being avaricious by some. Some claimed that she was being humiliated and retaliating.
That is your man, as you call it. That is your man. He knew it was a situation with me and you. And he was down. He was down to play op games. I wouldn't take nothing like that serious, my love. That ate my... And I sent him on his way. It wasn't...
Y'all, she also revealed that JR had been spilling the tea about Tamar.
You don't want me to expose how you were saying that you kicked her out and she went back to her mother's house? Not Mrs. Braxton. Not Mrs. Not Mrs. Singer with the sold out tour that JR also told me was flex. It was cap. It was she flexing. She don't have no soul. Between me and you was his exact words. The tour not sold out. He said you was messy. He said you went back to your mother's house. He told me a lot of things that he shouldn't tell a stranger. I just met this man less than a week. Love.
According to later reports, Toni called off the divorce, perhaps thinking Birdman was going to file for bankruptcy. She wanted to save face by giving the impression that she was departing on her own terms. It's hardly a boast to be married in 2 days. She thereby revoked the divorce. They attempted to mend things, and speculation began to circulate as to whether she sought medical attention to address whatever Tamar had said was amiss. The majority of people would never have known if this had remained silent. However, Tamar's strikes made the story headlines. Antoni is also not a quiet person. Insiders claim that she retaliated by bringing up Tamar's tumultuous relationship with her ex-fiancé, Junior. As it happens, Tamar had accused Junior in public of cheating and taking her jewelry to give to someone else. It was a new wound. Toni leveled her own counterattack with it. This is more than just glorified sibling shade, despite the appearance of that. Things uttered in rage are ugly, intimate, and unfiltered. They may be irrevocable. The ingredients for a memorable celebrity dispute are acrimonious lawsuits, allegations of treachery, sisterly rivalry, and rumors of surgery. Hold on tight. This is just the start. More drama than we could have ever imagined is being served by the Braxton family. The cameras will continue to record. The hashtags will continue to be popular. Additionally, the supporters will continue to monitor every turn, every setback, and every tear. Because in this society, being famous comes with both sorrow and aspiration. The backlash is loud when relationships fall apart, loyalty is broken, and quiet is broken. Prepare yourself. The next chapter is already in progress, and nobody is going to back down. Everything about this situation is totally out of control. Because things have become so chaotic, everyone is in disbelief, and the majority are turning against Tamar. The absurd thing is that Junior started it all. He chose to stir things up and share personal information with Tommy, even though he was already aware of the long-standing animosity between Tommy and Tamar within a week of meeting Tommy. To be honest, Tamar ought to have left him at that moment. You all know Tamar, though. She doesn't pay attention to anybody. She continued to support her partner, notwithstanding the fact that the same man was for everyone. Ultimately, Junior abandoned her, leaving her humiliated for everyone to see online. People moved on as time went by. The drama subsided until Toni revived it. She made fun of Tamar and subtly reminded everyone of her history in a way that said, "Isn't this you?" By raising doubts about Toni's relationship, Tamar attempted to retaliate, but it just made matters worse. Things have now escalated from dire to explosive. With a move that appears to be outright family sabotage, Tamar just went to the next level, and Toni isn't giving up this time. Both sisters are prepared to publicly defend themselves because they are upset and hurt. How far will they go before someone breaks? Is the real question. because if this continues, it will no longer be merely innocuous television drama. It will become messy and intimate in unexpected ways. Nothing is more devastating than family drama. Regarding the Braxtons, the upcoming chapter is sure to surprise everyone who watches.